Hey, I like to talk about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. People don't understand that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad wisdom was phenomenal. His wisdom was phenomenal because he came up with a way for the black man and woman to eat that would allow them to still be able to feel as though they were accomplishing changing their diet, their very molecular structure. So this is a very important thing that we have to understand. Elijah Muhammad made a great move when he told his followers to eat once a day, leave pork alone. And that was the best way to go, because having pushed, them over, if he had to push them over into like being fruitarians or vegetarians, that would have been, he knew that the black man and woman's system had already been compromised. That would have been too much. So it was genius how he was able to change the diet of the black man and woman. Furthermore, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, with that one simple move, he added at least 20 years to the black man's life. 20 whole years, maybe even 30 years to the black man's life. Because the black man lives on average 45 to maybe 55 years of age. Even now, he's only, if the average age was considered 45 just coming out the turn of the century, the average age now of a black man is 55. So he really has gained 10 years in all of that time post slavery. Now, Honorable Elijah Muhammad came along, and by changing the diet of the black man and woman, added a minimum of 20 years, if not 30 years, to the black man's and woman's life. And I feel that the age that he died at, which was about 75 years of age, is an indication of how long the black man and woman should at least strive to live themselves, because he was following the same diet, so that allowed him to eat in a certain way as well, that added years to his life and brought him up to about 75 years of age. So if nothing else, the followers should be like the leader. Take the example from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Eating once a day has even moved over to the science laboratory, where Europeans now know that restricting your calories, as they call it, or calorie restriction, caloric restriction, adds years to your life. This is something that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad knew in the 60s and started telling his followers, and he knew it in the 40s and 30s because he got his teaching from the Honorable Fard Muhammad, Master Fard Muhammad. So the genius of this idea and the strategy for this idea has been within the black community way before it even got popular with white folks. We knew about it, and we're doing it. So, and if Master Fard Muhammad knew about it, he probably got it from the Noble Drew Ali, because he was in that organization before he started the Nation of Islam. And the Honorable Noble Drew Ali also was aware of this type of caloric restriction that has since come on down to the Nation of Islam. So, there seems to be a chain here. There's a chain here, just like in your genes, there's a chain. So, all praise is due to Honorable Elijah Muhammad for coming up with a masterful plan for the black man and woman to carry out, and if so, they would add 20 to 30 years to their life. So anybody that adds years to your life with a simple move as that is definitely somebody that we need to pay respect to. I don't care what is going down. The man came along and gave us a technique so that we could live longer at a time that the average age of a black man was under 50 years of age. So that has to be very meaningful in the chain of life. So if he has taken us up to the age of 75, we should at least be able to add another 30 years on the top of that with newer sciences. We can take that eating one a day, which is caloric restriction, and we can move. Now we should be in a frame of mind to go to fruits and vegetables now. You see what I'm saying? Because with Honorable Elijah Muhammad came with the caloric restriction and the the whole eating once a day and leaving pork alone. That was the new science. And now the even newer science, well, let me back up. He had to come with that new science then because that was the mindset of the black man and woman. But now we're living more in the modern day age, and brothers and sisters are a lot more aware of the type of diets and the type of things they need to be eating and not eating. And so this is why I propose that we can move now away from that and move towards fruits and vegetables. Fruits, vegetables, and water. So, and this is not dissing Honorable Elijah Muhammad's diet plan in no shape, form, or fashion. This is building to it. Building to it, because now we have to take this to the new science, and we need to be aware now that all meats are basically invasive to the human body. So now that we need to be eating more the foods that will give us the highest vibration, that are less invasive on our system, because fruits and vegetables are less invasive on our system. And that's the whole idea of eating once a day. Because Honorable Elijah Muhammad realized that if you keep your stomach busy and churning, those are the same type of emotions that are going to be welled up inside you. This is a man who always be busy and feel like you need to be in something, because your food speaks words. Your food feeds your thoughts, and it speaks your emotions. So with fruits, we don't have that competition going on inside our system. It's not an invasive food. Same with vegetables and drinking distilled water. And we want to drink distilled water because it has a very similar molecular structure to our blood. Distilled water is a more colloidal or suspended type of water. And that matches the particles in our blood, which are suspended. Our blood is a suspended solution. So every time we eat and drink, we need to eat those foods or drink those liquids that have that same type of vibration to our bloodstream, to our blood, that matches our bloodstream. Our blood as close as we can get that in its colloidal form. So that means distilled water. That means fruits, which give you the organic water. That means every now and then drinking baking soda, which provides you with a saline solution, and carbon and magnesium and all the mineral salts, calcium in distilled water. Foods of this nature. So we're just adding on to the science that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad left us with. And I respect the strategy of this great brother, and I respect the legacy that he left behind. And I know he left his common, simple way of thinking. And this is what inspired me to bring this message about how we need to start eating for ourselves today. Now, you can't make this transition all at one time. It's a transition in your eating program that you have to make steps at a time. Some of us out there can go cold turkey. And if you can, that's good, because the sooner the better. It's Mr. Mutwasze, one of the Hill Seals, #1.